mankind knew that they cannot change society. So instead of reflecting on themselves, they blamed the beast.
Yo, it's Zenos, and I got some exciting ass news for you guys today, man. So check this out. See, last week we received another developer's backyard from the Arxis team for Guilty Gear Strive, and it includes some general information about Jacko, the updates to the online servers, some additional music streaming services that they'll be including the Guilty Gear Strive original soundtrack with, and last but not least, the big update for Guilty Gear Strive that's coming October 15th, which is on a Friday. Oh boy, where do I start? So let's talk about just the small stuff and then we work our way up to like the highlights pretty much. So with Jacko, they pretty much give us information that we already know about already. We all know that she's a set play character. I know some people know the lore behind her, but if you do, there's always the arcade and glossary mode. They actually been getting requests for Jacko's mask to be removed at round start, but currently it's impossible for them at the moment. So I guess this reminds me a lot of what Fighters did with Vidal's pigtails, because you remember, if you guys play Fighters, Vidal is probably one of the only characters where you can change her hair, or just a little customization feature outside of like color palettes. You can either have her have that short hair or the pigtails, which, you know, I guess people want that in Jacko, but I mean, you can already do the tines, so I mean, it didn't really bother me too much. Now, the second thing that I find to be pretty cool, they're actually releasing the in-game soundtrack to music platforms such as Spotify, YouTube Music, and Apple Music. So if you guys want to listen to the Guilty Gear Strive OST, hell, you can even listen to the XRD OST, and I think Accent Core as well on most of these music platforms. And it's cool that they're doing it. You know, they're bringing the hype in. So one of the biggest changes I did like about this, the in-game fixes. Oh boy, you know how people complained about the loading times for Guilty Gear Strive when you load it up? Because I think you can boot up a last gen Sonic game before this shit. And yes, this is real. I mean, mods can help out, but come on. From this article, or from reading this, it seems like they're adding servers to North America, which means for us up here, we're probably gonna get faster connections when it comes to probably, hell, not even just getting into lobbies, but probably in matches too, maybe. But I do know like the startup time for whenever you first, launch the game and connect to the server, it's definitely gonna be a lot easier. So that's pretty good. Now, last but not least, let's talk about the October update. And mind you, they are pretty vague about this, but from what they're saying, this update's gonna be huge. So with this upcoming balance patch, they're planning on not only changing the characters, but the general rules and the system mechanics of the game, which again, this is very exciting. I'm super optimistic about this. I know some people are kind of iffy on it, but so far, I'm down with it. So they're not only going to be making changes to flawless defense, they're increasing the buffer windows for certain inputs, even with grabs too. So yeah, that's gonna be completely different. They're also thinking about changing the startup times for every character's normals, well, the fastest normals preferably, and they're going to change the way aerial counters work, which already that sounds like it's going to be brand new. Last but not least, they're going to increase the number of jump cancel moves and air dashes. So let's say, because from what I know, and I guess from what I played, for my character, at least Melia, she can either jump cancel through close slash or 5K. Oh man, if they're gonna do that, we're probably gonna get some new routes, possibly some new bread and butters for each character. Hell, that's gonna change a lot, but that's all they really talk about. But I want to give, now this time around, I kind of want to give my take on this. So I'm super excited for the next upcoming balance patch, even though I've been playing, a bit of Melty Blood and other games, but a lot of people have been saying that this game has been against stale. And I can see why, just how the way the game is. But personally, I'm still having fun with the game. But, I'm tackling both Guilty Gear Strive and Melty Blood simultaneously. And I'm having fun with both. And I'm enjoying both, like, equally. But I know this update is gonna be a very big deal. It's gonna either make or break the game, honestly, because a lot of people feel, you know, that the game's getting kind of old pretty quick. You know, they want some more freedom, some more individuality. They want certain system mechanics to be changed, which again, this is fine, and I completely understand that. But for me personally, the thing that I hope ArcSys doesn't go this route, because I know they did this with Grand Blue, or really the Grand Blue developers did it themselves, or the battle director. I don't want them to take too many options for characters to the point where it's simply not fun playing them. Now, I understand if you do this for balancing, but I want them to add more to the characters, you know, give them more options each update, while also balancing the game out. I think it's more so, I want the fun factor to really kick in with these characters. So, you know, I want, oh man, my Milia is gonna be different for everybody else because I do these set combos, I take these set routes compared to everybody else. And I think that's what a lot of people, including myself, want for Strive. I don't want the game to fail. I want it to be a success. I want this game to be amazing, you know, hot and ready. You know, I want this shit to be like the Rev 2 of fucking Guilty Gear. Like, you know how people love XRD, and you know how much people love Action Core Plus R. I want the same thing for Strive, but you know, not everyone's gonna have fun with this shit. And I get that. And I know everybody's gonna have different opinions about this, but for me, that's personally what I want. But enough about me though. How do you guys feel about this balance match that's coming up, and what changes do you think you would want? And you know, just give me your takes on it, because I like to hear you guys out. You know, because I know everybody has a different take on how they want fighting games to work. So with that being said, I hope you guys take it easy. Much love, stay safe, and hey, remember, be great.
Start with one basic proposition.